Hello viewers, my name is Amio Kodowa. You're welcome to the Legacy Moment. On this episode, we are dealing with chemistry practical on the topic volumetric analysis. Please join us.
Good day, students.
Good day, ma'am.
Our topic today is volumetric analysis. Volumetric analysis is also known as quantitative analysis. So it involves the measurement of the volume of acid and base by means of chemical reaction involving the measurement of the volume of the acid and the base to be used. Then we have two types of titration. We have radius titration and volumetric titration. But our focus here will be on volumetric titration. That is volumetric analysis. We have volumetric. That is quantitative analysis. So as I said, the method is specifically known as what? As titration. We have radius titration and acid base titration. So our focus here today will be on acid base titration. So in an acid base titration, there is a reagent that is normally used, and that reagent is known as indicator. So, and when do we use indicator? The indicator helps us to know that the titration has come to an end. That is the end point. It helps us to determine the end point of an acid-base titration. And what are these indicators? Indicators, they are weak organic acid or weak organic base that their color change when the pH of the solution they are used changes. When the pH of the solution they are used is changed, what happens? Their color will change. The indicator we have in an acid-base titration, there are many, but I'm just going to look at about 3 of them. We have a phenolphthalein, methyl orange, and red, and a methyl red. We have methyl red. So the color of phenolphthalein in acidic medium is colorless. It remains the same. There is no change. Then while in the basic medium, the color is what? Is pink. And at the end point, the color is also what? Colorless. While the color of phenolphthalein, color of methyl orange is in basic medium, it is yellow. While in an acidic medium, it is what? Pink. An acidic medium is what? Is pink. Then we also have a methyl red. The color of methyl red in basic medium is yellow. While in an acidic medium is what? Red. While at the end point, the color of methyl red at the end point is orange. While the color of methyl orange at the end point is what? Is orange. Orange as well. So the color of methyl red and methyl orange, they are orange at the what? At the end point. Here we are going to look at what I'm saying. I want to carry out the titration. So in titrating, what we are going to look at here is an acid-base titration. In an acid-base titration, we have the acid which I labeled A. And we have the base which I labeled here what? B. This is my burette. And this is my pipette. So what? And this is my clip. What is this? Clip. This is clip. This clip. Then we have the clamp here. So in an acid-base titration, what you do, you take your burette and fix it in your what? In your rhetor stand. This is rhetor stand. You fix it. Try to fix it. So after this, what you do, you use the clip to hold the tip of the what? Of the burette to avoid what? Leakage of the acid that will be poured in the burette. The next step is to put what? The funnel on the burette. After that, you pour the acid in the burette. This is the acid which I labeled here as I said earlier. So I'm going to pour it in the burette. You pour it carefully. You must be careful when you are pouring. So it is above it. So after pouring, what you do, you remove the funnel. So it is above 0. So I'm going to adjust it until it is on the lower meniscus. It is on the lower meniscus. It is there now. So what I will do, this is my acid. I will drop it and take my what? Take my base, which I labeled what? B. And take my pipettes. I will sort, this is 25 centimeter cube pipette. We also have 20 and so on. But the one I'm using here is what? 25 centimeter cube. So I'm going to suck the base. So it is there. I will pour it into the conical flask. So the next step is to add my indicator. And this is phenolphthalein. I'm using phenolphthalein as an indicator here. You add 2 or maximum of 3 drops. So I'm going to titrate the acid against the base. Watch very well. At the end point, you are going to observe that the pink color is going to disappear. And the color becomes what? Colorless. That is when I know that I'm already at the what? At the end point. The end point is also known as the titer what? The titer what? Value. It's also known as the titer value. And you must ensure that the acid running from the burette drops on the what? On the base in the conical flask. You don't allow it to what? To spread on the what? On the surface of the what? On the surface of the conical flask. So at this stage, I have what?
Titrated.
I have at the end point now. I'm at the end point now. You can see that the pink color has disappeared to what?
Colorless.
To colorless. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to burette reading. So what you do in your record, volume of pipette used. Volume of pipette used. What is the volume of pipette used?
25 centimeter cube.
So indicator used is what?
Phenolphthalein.
Phenolphthalein. I'm going to draw my table. Burette reading. The initial burette reading. So we have rough. The first titration is mainly known as rough. Then we have the first what? The first titration. Second titration. We have second titration here. So we started in the rough. At the beginning, we started from 0, 0.00. And at the end, this is 23.1. This is 23.1. 23.1. So 23.1. 23.10. I'm going to start my second titration, which is not the first. The first one I did is what? Is the rough. So my second one is going to be the what? The first titration. So I'm going to suck again. So it is above it. I'm going to adjust it. We adjust. So it is already at the lower meniscus. So the next step is to what? Is to add indicator. The next step is to what? The next step is to what? Add indicator. As I said, you add maximum of 3 drops. You can add 2 or 3. So one will not be too what? Too clear. It will not be too clear. The color will not appear very well. So that you use 2 drops or 3, maximum of 3 drops. So I'm going to titrate the acid against the what? Against the base again. So at the point, you can observe that any acid drop on the base in the conical phase, the color will change. It's almost changing to colorless. At this point, you know that you are almost at the end point. So you don't run it the way you were running it before. What do? You add drop by what? You add drop by what? Drop. So we are at the end point. At the end point. So the end point, yeah, it is 46.3. 46 point what? 0.3. So I started from 23.10 and now I ended at what? 46.3. 46.3. So volume of acid used, that is the volume of your A in volumetric analysis. So what do? You take the difference. Take the difference between the what? The initial and the what? And the final. If you take the difference, this will give you 0.32. If you take the difference here, this is 0.2.32. You can say that the difference is not too much. I told you that in one of our classes we had, I told you that in volumetric analysis, the difference between the values of the acid used in titration, the maximum difference will be 0.2. 0.2. If it is more than 0.2, then there is an what? Error. So let's see. The difference is not much. Even the difference between 23.10 and 23.20 is just 0.1. So to get that is the tighter value. That is the end point. So it's going to be 23.10 plus 23.20 divided by 2. I titrated 2 and I'm using 2 values, so I have to divide by 2. If I'm using 3 values, what do I do? I'm using 3 values that are very close. What do I do? I'm going to divide by what? By 3. And this is what? What does it calculate it again here?
23.15 centimeter cube.
And it is known as the what in the titration?
Title value.
So it is known as what? The title
value.
So in calculating the concentration of acid or base in mole per dm3, there is a formula you use. CAVA over CB VB also N what? NA N what? NB. Your CA, that is the concentration of the what? Of the acid in mole per dm3. The VA is what? Volume of the what? Of the acid used. That is the end point. Also known as the what? Also known as the what? The title value. CB, that is the volume of what? Of the concentration of what? CB is the concentration of the base in mole per dm3. While VB is the what?
Volume of the base.
And that is what you use the pipette to what? To measure. Then we now have NA. NA is the more ratio of the what? Is the more ratio of the acid. While NB is the more ratio of the what? Of the base. We have come to the end of today's titration. See you in our next class.
Welcome back. See you again on another episode. Bye.
Salvation International Preparatory School. Salvation International Preparatory School. A place